What's up, everyone? John Render from Techno Buffalo here, and I'm taking a look at the latest from Sony. This is the Xperia Z4, but maybe it's not the Z4 you thought or hoped. It is the Z4 Tablet. I've been really excited to see this guy ever since it was unveiled at Mobile World Congress earlier in the year. In fact, I was so excited, I just went and bought this one myself. I've been an Android tablet user for almost a year now, and I've really enjoyed what Android has to offer on the tablet front. And I think that this one might be the best version of what Android can do. So let's take a look at it. I bought it from eBay, so I can't guarantee it's even going to turn on. It's not available yet in the US. It's available in select markets. Pricing on it's going to be all over the board depending on where you go if you want to import it, but between $700 and $800. We'll go ahead and pull off the top. There was no plastic here, which makes me a little on the nervous side. This is the black version. There's a white version as well. So at least it came with a tablet. That was nice. It's actually in the box. Go ahead and pull this out. The big selling factor here is, first, it is incredibly thin, and I'll talk about how thin, but spoiler alert, 6.1 millimeters. It's also waterproof, or at least close to waterproof. We'll talk about that more later. Push it off to the side real quickly. Inside of said box, we've got booklets. I believe that is in Japanese. I cannot read that. Beautiful language, but unfortunately, I have not endowed with the ability to speak it. We've got a wall charger. I have a hard time trying to plug this in, but fortunately, it's just a USB charger, and I have a lot of those. And this does not look like a new cable to me. So we'll see if this tablet actually is indeed new, but it is just micro USB cable. So let's get to the fun part, see if this tablet actually turns on. We'll take it out of the plastic, which looks like it's been opened. Looks clean on the back, and there's a plastic on the front, so that's good. Do a real quick tour around it, and then I'll turn it on. On the left-hand side, you've got your power and lock button. You've got your volume control up and down as well on the left side. It's sort of weird to see it in this orientation. Usually you see a tablet in landscape, not in portrait. 3.5 millimeter headset jack. I've got this handy little reference guide. So I've got a SIM slot, because this is a cellular model with LTE, and a micro SD card slot up to 128 gigs. And you've got a charging port. It's micro USB. And cameras on the back. We'll talk about all that kind of stuff as we get along. So let's go ahead and pull off this plastic, power it on. I'll run through all the specs, I promise you guys. That was like a mildly satisfying whooshing noise. Let's see if this thing turns on, which I probably give it 50-50 this is actually going to turn on. Or is actually a real Sony tablet. It's made by Sony. All right, so it turns on. That's a good sign. You're looking at a 10.1 inch display. It is QHD, so if you can give yourself your geek cred check, you know the resolution is, if you said 2560 by 1600, you, sir or madam, are correct. The screen here is really bright, 4% brighter than the already pretty nice Xperia Z2 tablet. It's an IPS screen with Sony's triluminous tech baked right in. Scratch-resistant glass and a fingerprint coating. We'll see. I'll eat like some French fries and just. It's being powered by the Snapdragon 810, so that's 64-bit and octo-cores. Big thing here, though, despite having open ports, it is waterproof and dust tight, so that's IP65 and 68. So take the guy to the beach, watch a video in the bathtub, or take it in the shower if you're so inclined. Keeping this thin tablet powered up is 6,000 milliamp hours, so hopefully that'll last a while. Sony says it'll get you about 17 hours of playback. I feel like tablets and phones that were just showing off, but this thing has 3 gigs of RAM, which I imagine is unnecessary, but it's got it built in there anyway. It has cameras on the back, although really, don't take pictures with your tablet. But if you decide to, it's 8.1 megapixel sensor on the back. It also has 8 times digital zoom. It's got a 5.1 megapixel sensor on the front. I mentioned incredibly thin, it's 6.1 millimeters, which is the same as the iPad Air 2. It weighs, it feels like they've got to put the battery in here. It weighs 389 grams. And then for reference, the iPad Air 2 is 437 grams, so less than that. And if you're wondering what grams means, this thing weighs less than a pound, so it is really, really light. Sony's done a decent job of de-skinning what used to be a really heavy skin with their old Timescape and Mediascape interface. So now they've really looked like they've let Android be Android with a few additions here. So you can see you don't have the white background that says running Lollipop. You got some custom menus that pop up when you go to the side. You can run apps on top of each other, like little sort of mini apps we've seen before. But other than that, you're looking at Android, I believe 5.0.1, but I wish there was a way we could just check that. Oh, we can. Let's go to About Tablet. We are running Android 5.0.2, so it's 0.01 better than I thought. And I'll go through and use this and see what other additions we've got here, seeing a phone icon on a tablet's a little bit weird. Maybe this is like gonna be like the Galaxy Note like 8 and just be like, hello? Hi, can you hear me? I'd like to talk to you. Or maybe not. I don't know. Pants are just gonna get really big to fit this in it. But I'm excited to use it, excited to try it, and to see what Sony has to offer. Anything you guys want to see about the Z4 tablet, let me know. I'd like to answer your questions. We could talk about it, have a discussion, and see if I wasted my money or if it was a good purchase. If you guys have been following my tablet's stories, I was using a Nexus 9 and loved it. Got a little buggy after 5.1. We had one of the Dell Venue tablets, the Android version in the office. I used that. Been enjoying it, but I just really wanted to try this guy out. So I'm going to. Anything you guys want to see, be sure to let me know. Leave it in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe. We'd love to have you. Until next time, I am John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and I'll talk to you, dear friends, in the next video. Bye-bye.